Yo guys, some months ago I found a faster way of getting to the Mibu village, one of the main areas you are required to visit, in order to kill the corrupted monk. I found that you are able to jump up and out of Shichiman's arena located in the abandoned dungeon by getting up on a tiny invisible ledge. Because there is a fog wall blocking you, you can't just grapple up and run past it. You need to jump up and around to continue. In the old any percent route, we used to get to this place by killing Lone Shadow, as he's a much easier opponent than Shichiman. So the skip was dubbed Lone Shadow Skip, even though we're technically skipping Shichiman. Anyways, at the time when I found it, I had no idea the implications it would have. It turned out to save 14 seconds for the any percent route, so I had to try and incorporate it in the no Airswim category as well. No Airswim is just as it sounds. All glitches except airswimming are allowed. It's one of those runs that is not very actively played. It's definitely more of a for fun category, but at times it does have a strong world record. It rarely sees intense competition between multiple runners. However, that might change with this new time save. My new route saves 15 to 20 seconds total over the current route in use. The current world record sits at 21 minutes and 44 seconds by Wormdog, who used the older route. Just yesterday, when I was trying out the new route for the first time, I managed to get a 22 minute and 19 seconds run. Not too far off from the record. I expect that we can see a real big shift in the times at the top level very soon. But let me go over how this new route saves so much time. I think it's a good idea to understand the ordering of things in the old route first. In the old route, we would start the run with a series of boss skips and glitches to make our way to Ashina Castle. Then we would go to Senpo, where on the way we would buy contact medicine. In Senpo, we would perform the amazing early monkeys glitch to get directly into the monkeys arena early. After we land in the arena, we chase the monkeys down. I want to note that this skip has been patched. Therefore, this run is performed on an old patch. When defeated, the monkeys drop the puppeteer ninjutsu, which we use to control the rat to bring up the kite. Once the kite is up, we can now do what has been dubbed the woo skip. We use contact medicine together with damage from enemies to in-game ourselves at a precise timing to grapple launch our corpse. The kite's grapple point is special in that your velocity at the very start of the grapple is huge, and by being dead, that speed is kept for the whole ride. This is one of the reasons why no Airswim is so cool. You get to do so many odd strats and skips that you don't see anywhere else. Woo skip places you in Sunken Valley. From there, we take the idol to set up for ape skip later, and then make our way to monk through the snake cave. On the way, we dispose of the mini-boss Snake Eyes. We do the classic monk cheese with 4 ashes. After monk, we kill Genichiro and then come back for ape skip. After which we finish the game by killing Emma and Ishin and achieving the Shura ending. I hope that wasn't too overwhelming, because now let's go over the new route. In the new route, we start out by doing the same gauntlet of skips to make it to Ashina Castle. From there, we also go towards the dungeon, but we don't waste time buying the contact medicine and instead immediately sit down at the abandoned dungeon idol. We will use this to return later. Instead of continuing towards Senpo, we take this tunnel towards Shichimen's arena where we do the lone shadow skip and then proceed towards Mibu village. On the way we need to face Snake Eyes, who we usually fight when we've become stronger, so this loses a bit of time over the old route, but we plan to win it back. In the hidden forest we collect Bite Down and Contact Medicine, which we skipped buying earlier. We use Akko on Miss Noble to get it out of our inventory for easier menuing. We then kill the monk and then idle back and get placed in the dungeon again. From here we finally go to Senpo. On the way there we pop the Bite Down while riding the elevator up. I'll have to explain this one. The first time you die, you get a cutscene that plays for a bit before you are able to revive. When we do a grapple launch, we need to die. On the old route, after landing with Wuskip, we need to wait for the cutscene before we can continue. But by in-gaming ourselves with the Bite Down while riding on the elevator, we can be moved while we would otherwise be locked out of doing anything. So when we do our grapple launch, there'll be no additional time loss, since this cutscene only plays on the first death. Alright, now that we're in Senpo, we'll do early monkeys. After which, we go straight to Genichiro. We finish him off.
What did he say?
And return to Senpo to puppeteer the rat and then perform our grapple launch. This time around, instead of landing in the middle of the sunken valley and taking the idol, we'll land directly inside of the ape skip itself. We have already been to Monk, and so we don't need access to Mibu village through this area. This is by far the hardest part of the run, but it cuts out a lot of running and is able to glue this whole route together. And then of course at the end we finish off Emma and Ishin and claim the Shura ending. To summarize, the major ways that the new route saves time are not spending time buying contact medicine, using Bite Down to cut out the first death cutscene, having to do less running around in the sunken valley, and having more optimized fast traveling and idle usage. Overall, this adds up to around 15 to 20 seconds of time save over the old route. If you'd like to know the full details and breakdown, I've linked to the full super boring comparison video below. In the coming days, I will try my best to get the world record on this category. I'm not sure I can do it, but I'd like to give it a try. If you want to catch those runs, you can watch me play live on twitch.tv/holm_gg. If you watched this far, then please help me out and hit the subscribe button. Hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.